Hey, what's up? We're gonna make the most amazing marble chocolate sourdough bread. It's chocolatey, sweet, fluffy. Can't wait to share with you. Let's make it, shall we? Start with making stiff starter the night before. The recipe video is on the channel. You can go and check it out later. FYO, nothing fancy. It's a starter with lower hydration, something like 50%. And the next beautiful morning, as you hear the exciting sound at the background, we have a beautiful rice and a stiff starter ready to go. Time to make the dough. This is the recipe for 2 loaves. In a medium-sized bowl, I have 20 to 30 gram brown sugar. You can just use honey if you want to be healthy, 5 grams salt, 180 to 190 grams liquid, half water, half milk. You can use all milk if you like. 60 to 70 gram of that beautiful stiff starter. Some people might freak about dissolving this starter into the liquid. You don't need to be worried about that. I have tablespoon of honey for the flavor and texture, of course, and 30 gram melted butter. Last but not least, 300 gram bread strong flour. Mixy mixy. The dough not gonna bother you because it's a bit lower hydration. If your dough looks dessert dry, you can add little bit of liquid. And if it's little bit stickier, you can add little bit of flour at this stage. Time to knead this bad boy happily as I do. Smell of butter, sugar and honey. Whoa. I would love to give it a bite. Look how happy I am. Feel free to use a stand mixer if you like to, but if you want to be a happy baker like me, use your hands. Time to round it up and let it rest for 30 minutes. We need something look like this. It's a marble chocolate bread. So where's the chocolate? It's here, my friend. Don't get confused, this made exactly with the same recipe except 20 to 30 gram cocoa powder. Smell chocolatey. Have you wondered how it tastes? Let's take a bite. Not the best thing I had. Don't do that. This one also go for 30-minute rest. Meanwhile, let's talk about inclusion because most of the marble chocolate breads doesn't have a good flavor. Am I correct or not? Seriously, what do you think? Let me know later. Something like 30 to 50 grams dark or normal chocolate and of course walnuts. You can use any other nuts you like. 30 minutes later, the dough is a little bit puffier. This is totally optional, but I'm gonna create a little bit more tension. Spread the dough a little bit, fold it and fold it, then flip it and round it up with the help of the surface. It's kind of lamination. Like so, I have smooth dough, which is super elastic. Same thing going to happen to the chocolate dough. As I said, it's a quick lamination. And now my favorite part. Time to add the inclusion. Fold it, fold it, fold it. Don't miss any chocolate or nuts. More inclusion, I guess? Why not? And fold it and fold it. Flip it and round it up with the help of the surface. Making lower hydration doughs is super fun, right? Let them rise at 27 degrees Celsius for 4 to 5 hours or until they are puffy, airy and gorgeous like this. You need to hear this sound. Perfect. Now time to roll it out. Release some of those gas because it's shaping time. If it was sticky, use a little bit of flour. Nothing wrong with it. And let me show you how to make a beautiful marble loaf. In this stage, the most important thing to consider is adjusting the dough according to your sandwich loaf pan. You can roll it and shape it, make it longer or shorter. The best would be a 20 to 8 centimeters loaf pan, something not that big. It's a perfect size. Let me show you quickly the shaping part from another angle too. As you can see, this one I make a bit longer sausage. Make sure to seal the edges. And my second loaf pan is not perfect size for this though. This is a 25 centimeter loaf pan. And that's it. Both gonna prove somewhere warmer, of course. Maybe inside the oven with the light on would be the best option. Depends on temperature, proofing time takes something between 1 to 1.5 an hour. Of course, if your kitchen is freezing cold, it's gonna take way longer. Now let me show you a little bit of bread art. To control the beautiful expansion, don't skip this part. There is always a background noise in my place. Sorry for that. Into the preheated oven, don't make the same mistake. I set the temperature at 225, which was a bit high. And lots of steam, of course. 20 minutes with the steam, then remove the steam. Put the foil on top of them if you think you're gonna burn them like me. I'm gonna reduce the temperature accordingly, something like 190 degrees Celsius. Note that all the ovens function differently. Adjust the temperature and bake them for another 15 to 20 minutes or until the internal temperature is something between 88 degrees Celsius to 95 or 96. Right away, brush them with butter to get the shiny, beautiful crust. And of course, let them cool down before you're gonna slice into it. And more butter if you like. Time to watch these beautiful loaves. Let's check what we got inside. I mean, look at this gorgeous crumb. Your children gonna love this bread. Let's try it, shall we? I know, too much show off. That's what I'm talking about. Chocolatey, buttery, sweet, smells like heaven, yummy. It looks gorgeous, tastes amazing. I mean, go make it. Alright, that was it. Like always, keep baking and take a good care of yourself.